Good morning, this is Adam Watley, your local test technology grunt, and I'm going to be talking today about Outlook.com. If you go to www.outlook.com, you'll see this window. You log in using your school email address and a password. The password is the same password that you use for your Windows login, and it'll be the same password that you use for Footprints and everything else. So Windows, email, and Footprints all use the same thing. You can choose to be signed in and kept signed in or not. If you're using a machine that other people are going to use, make sure you don't check Keep Me Signed In. I'm at my own home computer, so I'm going to keep it signed in. Okay. Once you get this, you should come to a thing here. This is kind of the mail page, which automatically opens right away when you start up Outlook. You can see right from the start that I've done something changing my picture. It says Adam Watley here and sign out. If you want to change your picture, you simply go to change picture and then you browse for a picture that you want to change. I chose a picture of me with my kids, but you can always change your picture. That's one option that you have. Your email. So we start off here with our email, and you can see that I'm Adam Watley, and I have inbox, drafts, sent items, deleted items, junk email, notes, and a folder that I called Project Lead the Way, or PTLW. Okay, about 90% of the time you're going to want to be in the inbox area. This is where you'll see all of your new email, which will be in bold print. Once you've actually looked at the email, it'll show up as no longer highlighted, but here you can see this is an unread email and this is a read email. Okay, if I want to respond to this email, all I simply do is go to this arrow here and hit reply. If I want to reply to everybody that received this email, which you want to do very sparingly, then you hit reply all. And of course, if you want to forward it on to another party, you simply hit forward. So I go to reply email, and you can see that it already set up for me. It's having me the original document as part of my new document, the font and who it's going to. Okay. When I hit send, it'll send that email to Brian Reedy. If you have a lot of emails, which I do, I have a system where as I read each email, I just go through. It's no longer highlighted, so I know it's not read. Some people choose to delete every email that they so that there's nothing in their inbox. You can go either way, but some of the time what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take that email and put it in another folder. Maybe it's all of your accreditation emails or something like that, or all your emails having to do with district. So if you want to do that, you right-click your name and you create a new folder, and I'm going to call this one District Info, which means I'm going to take every email I get from the district that has like district, here we'll even call it something professional development. Okay, there's my district professional development emails. So my emails from Laurel, Terry, and such are going to go in here. I click away from it, and every time I've got an email where I want that, I can simply drag it to district professional development, and it'll be part of that. Or I can click on it, I believe, and move to folder. Okay, that allows me to create a bunch of folders, maybe parent contacts, district professional development, language arts department emails, emails from specific people, and have them all in folders. Okay, one little caveat to note there is that if you're searching your email box, make sure you search the folder that email is likely in. Okay, if you create a bunch of folders, you may not be able to search everything in the same way. One thing you can do here that you notice, just a tiny thing, is that you can flag important emails. And then what you can do is then filter for flagged emails. So if you've got an email, a lot of the times, I check my email and I realize, I've got to do this, but I'm too busy right now. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to flag it, and I'll come back to it at a later time. Okay, and then once it's been done, I just uncheck it. That means it's been handled. Okay, that's flagging email. Searching email. If you want to search something, even if you just have the keyword, I want to search all my emails that have the word robot C, and it's not case sensitive, but robot C somewhere in the email. Okay, I search, and there's only one email, which is from, looks like my wife, for robot C. Okay, so that's searching the email box. If you know that you got an email from a certain person, we could do Ron Beck. Okay. There we go. We got emails from Ron Beck or Kim Arnold. We can just do Kim, okay, and it'll search all the Kim Arnold ones. the advantage here is that it will look for any, not just the subject, not just the sender, but the entire thing. If you want to search more specifically, there are ways to do so. You click here, you say, search in a specific area, results only in the subject line, all of that there. So that's your basic search engine that has to do with your email programs. Okay. Composing a new email. When I want to compose an email, I just hit New. Okay. I go to and what you'll see here is default global address. Now that's the global address for everybody in the district. So if I hit Ron, it's going to show me anybody whose name has Ron in it. Ronald Rhodes, Ron Beck, Ron McNutt. Okay. If I hit Cheryl, not an uncommon name, you're going to get several Cheryls. Okay. So if you can remember their name, tricky part here. Some people, Mr. Thornburg isn't going to go by Peter, but probably Joe. Okay. Joe Thornburg, right there. Okay. So try and remember their name or part of their name. If you remember their email address, then it'll show up that way as well. Okay. So I'm going to send an email to this person. I'm going to hit, so I double click. So now it's to anybody I want to CC or blind CC. I hit OK. Now the email is going to Adam Watley, and the subject is test email. Okay, the body of it. And I send it, and that is now an email that I'll receive in a moment or two here. Okay. See this drop-down arrow next to new? There's also a new meeting request. That's a new feature that you're going to see in Outlook that's pretty useful. If I want to, I can tell a bunch of people that we should meet. So I'm going to tell, let's choose someone, Joe Thornburg and Robert Chambers. So there's two people now. And what I'm doing is I'm going to tell them that we should meet. Oh, sorry. I'm going to try to schedule an appointment with them, to these two people, using either scheduling assistant or the appointment function. And I'm inviting them to an appointment between 10 and 11 a.m. And I'm going to hit that, and it will send an appointment request to them, and they can confirm that appointment. And when it does, it'll show up on their calendar. So it'll show up as an appointment time where they have a slot where they need to be at a meeting. Okay, very useful if you're something like a department chair or an administrative assistant where you're planning a lot of meetings, or even if you're on a committee where you want to meet on a specific day. This will, by sending an email using this function here, meeting request, and either using the scheduling assistant or the appointment part here, including the location and the subject, it'll send them an email telling them that they've got an appointment and would they like to confirm that appointment. Okay, so that is composing new emails. Just a quick reminder, when you compose a new email, you'll see the attachment button is right here. That allows you to attach remote files, so files that are on your computer. So here I can take this PDF, attach it. Okay, you'll see it's attached now here. It's 3 megabytes. There's a limit to the size of attachments. I believe it's 50 megabytes, so just keep that in mind. Okay. Again, that was composing new emails. Now we're moving on to some other areas that this may be useful for you. Okay. Thank you for listening. This was the email and email response section.